When I got to this shot, this is what killed me. You know, what's going on here? Why is the 4K so dark and muted and bland? So today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new 4K UHD Blu-ray release of Leprechaun from Lionsgate Limited and comparing it to the standard Blu-ray release from Lionsgate. Buckle up, because I've got bad news. So I'm actually a pretty big fan of the Leprechaun franchise. When I heard the first Leprechaun was getting a 4K release, I was pretty stoked. Now the first film in the franchise is not my favorite, not even by a long shot at this point. But if this is the only one they were going to do in 4K, potentially, I had to go for it. Now, I wasn't crazy for this coin design, but you can see that it makes out the leprechaun's face. I wonder who did this artwork. I don't hate it. What I do like about it is that the slip is a clear slip, or at least partially translucent. You can see through it. That allows you on the back to see like the clover design when you have the slip on, although it's pretty minimal, I'll say. It's back there. And I've said this before on the channel, but I'm not a huge steelbook nerd, you know? I'll take it or leave it. Like, if it's on steelbook and it's the price I'm wanting to pay, sure, I'll take it. But I'm not going out of my way like, I have to have a steelbook. If they release a new steelbook version, I'm not necessarily getting it, you know? I do like this artwork. I do like that it comes with a Blu-ray and a digital copy. That's kind of nice, I guess. And before we get to this comparison, let's talk about some of the special features, because that's a big thing for me with physical media. When you put this disc in, you can hit the special features button, and it lists all the new special features, and then it calls all of the old ones legacy features, which is fine with me. At least it helps you differentiate what's new and old on this release. And as far as new stuff goes, there is Leprechaun Lore, Genesis of a Cult Classic. This was just a fascinating little, like, new documentary they made with Mark Jones interviews and stuff, and him basically walking you through the process of making Leprechaun, and it was awesome. So, thumbs up there. Designing Mischief and Mayhem Special Effects Makeup. Again, another really cool special feature to have on here. I enjoyed that as well. Leprechaun, first day on set, behind the scenes footage. This is actually something they've started doing sometimes. Like, they'll just take old random VHS recordings that somebody had on set and throwing it on these releases. Interestingly enough, the last time I saw them do that was Terror Vision with Rumpelstiltskin, another Mark Jones film, the one he did after this. And maybe my favorite special feature on here, besides the main documentary piece, the Vidmark Entertainment VHS promo screener. I had a glorious good time watching this. It makes me wish I ran a video store in the 90s. At this age, right now, you know, I would be all over that shit. But without further ado, let's get to this comparison. Alright, so here we are, with the Blu-ray disc on the left and the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray on the right. So quick disclaimer before we get into this. You're watching this on a YouTube video. Maybe you're watching it on your TV. But this video has been compressed on YouTube. It was compressed to put on the 4K disc. I compressed it further to scan it, essentially, to show you clips. When we're looking at clips like this, where it's shrunk down, and we're not looking at it full screen like this, they are at 50%. You know, they're shrunk down. So basically what I'm saying is, do your own research also, you know, take a look, watch the 4K if you're interested in it. But this is what I came up with here. Initially, I see nothing really wrong here, you know, there's some color differences, it's a little darker. You're missing less detail on the wall there, but horror films are meant to be dark, right? When I got to this shot, this is what killed me. You know, what's going on here? Why is the 4K so dark and muted and bland? Why does the Blu-ray look so damn good? Like, tell me I'm crazy here, because I've seen other people talking about this as well. I know I'm not alone. Christian over at Planet CHH, he was talking about how this didn't look very good. I hadn't yet watched it. And I'm not one to let anybody's opinions influence me. I was a little worried when he said that, though. And watching it, I could definitely tell, but not until you put the films side by side is it just that obvious. Like, just look at these two shots. I don't know if Mark Jones wanted the film to be this dark, but that's what happened. Here's what I will say. A scene like this, I could see you having an excuse for it being darker, because watch what I mean here. It's very effective in this scene. What do you think is actually better? Seeing all the detail in his face? or seeing just a little bit of it. Seeing those shadows over his eyebrows, you can see he has a demented face, but you can't quite make it out. There's instances like this where the 4K really does shine. But listen, it's like this moment, and apparently I didn't capture it, but the moment his wife falls down the stairs and he shows his face up there, again, you're not really meant to see it, but it kind of works there as well. And I wanted to give this a really positive review. But listen, guys, this is probably going to be it right here. This is probably the only thing I'm going to say. Man, I like how that looks on the 4K more than the Blu-ray. I could see an argument being made for, yeah, this is a little bit spookier on the 4K. But the movie's not supposed to necessarily be that. Look how bright and colorful that looks. And it works with Leprechaun. I think that's what the vibe should be for Leprechaun. It should have moments of darkness. Sure, like I just showed you. You see what I mean? The flesh tones are just completely out of whack in that 4K too. Just completely gone. Like, this is one shot in particular I was looking at earlier, like, what the hell? Look how fucking good that looks on the Blu-ray. This is just a great argument for, keep your Blu-rays. Don't get rid of them. Keep your DVDs for that matter. Don't get rid of them either. And don't stop collecting them to begin with. I actually picked up this Blu-ray Leprechaun set like over the summer, or maybe over the fall. Before that, I was just rocking a DVD collection, which did me well for a long time. But after seeing this 4K release, I'm like, do I really want them to continue to put out the rest of these movies on 4K? Not really, because, I'd feel obligated to buy them because I like this franchise so much, and I would be hoping, man, is this next one going to look better? Now, if you know me and you know my taste, Leprechaun 3, 4, and 5 are my favorites. I like 1 and 2 as well. I don't love them. But, I think I paid almost $40 for this movie, shipped. You know what I mean? We're paying $40 for 30-year-old movies and the scan doesn't even look good. I appreciate the special features, but what are we doing here? We've got a human on the left, and we've got... his flesh tone on the 4K looks like a gray alien flesh tone. Now I get to some of these shots. You would think I mislabeled these or something. Like I got it backwards, right? Nah, didn't happen. Trust me. The Blu-ray really is that colorful, and the 4K, what is going on there? The contrast is so much higher. If I had to try to pinpoint exactly what's going on, clearly the saturation's down. It is so much less vibrant, and the contrast is up. Just look at the difference between her skin tone and her hair, and how much more contrast there is between those on the Ultra HD. The brightness in general is down too, but I don't know, man. It looks like they're shooting day for night over here on the 4K. I could see making an argument for some of these kind of shots where he looks a little creepier in the dark, but you can't even hardly make him out there. Seriously, it's a spooky image. I'll give it that. But maybe there could have been a happy medium somewhere between these two. What the fuck is that skin tone? They're just going for a darker look, like it's dark in the basement? I'm at a loss of words. His face right there is me watching this. Here's another interesting note. The Blu-ray disc is almost wider. Now I don't know if that's if the Blu-ray disc is stretched or the 4K is squished, but his face looks wider to me on the Blu-ray. Am I crazy? I don't know, I could be. You'll also notice that it's showing just a tiny bit more frame on the Blu-ray. Now it's not super noticeable on every shot, but for example, let's look over here. You see the difference between the Blu-ray and 4K height there? The scan is the same that I performed, so it's the 4K just has really, really, really small black bars on it when you watch it on TV even. You see, what the 4K disc is doing here, the Blu-ray disc looks better at. I don't know. The green, the orange, it just stands out and it pops. Even in the darkness, it looks great. Again, it looks like a cloudy day over there on the 4K. But that's clearly a very sunny scene because, we get the rainbow and everything. The issue with talking about stuff like this is I don't know what's closest to how it actually looked in theaters. I don't necessarily know what Mark Jones would say and prefer, because the guy's gone, unfortunately, now. But I will say this. I love this first Leprechaun movie. I love Mark Jones' work. Regardless of the format, I'm going to have a good time watching this movie. I'll watch it on VHS. I don't care. I have a great time watching it on VHS. Again, look at this shot. You can't even make out the green that's glowing on her face in the 4K. The green is completely washed out. But look at it. It looks bad. You don't have to take my word for it with this video. Go buy it. Watch it. Watch your Blu-ray. I mean, maybe you'll have a different experience than me. Maybe you will. As I've expressed before, I'm just at a loss of words. I don't even know what else to say, because maybe there was a middle ground between some of these shots. Like, it's just... I don't hate the 4K in a shot like this, but it is a little wishy-washy. Like, look at that. Who wants to watch that scan? And I usually say that one of the best indicators of 4K is the fires, but damn, if that Blu-ray fire doesn't look better than the 4K. I think this is the only time I've ever seen a fire look better on the Blu-ray. There's actually more texture in it. Usually, the one that blows out with the really light spots, the really hot spots, is the Blu-ray. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below, because I can't be alone here, right? Quick thank you to my channel members and Patreon subscribers. If you want more ecto-violence, including exclusive videos and behind-the-scenes content, become a member by clicking the links in the description below.